Welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizon. I'm Dear Darling. Shall we see what's going on our lovely island of Fawnhallow today? Relaxing as usual. We're in the downtime in between now and obviously now, but Christmas time and New Year's, so we're just sort of chilling, we're relaxing. I've got some videos prepped, ready to go. Definitely could have made up more of a backlog, but what can I say? Amusingly, sometimes in the holiday times, it's I'm busy rather than not. You'll be proud to know that I actually finished my advent calendar today with a final day. Is it the 25th or 24th? The final day on there is the 24th, so I am like 3 days late. But hello everyone, we're in Fawnhallow. It's 5:15 p.m. on Friday, December 27th, 2024. So yes, the countdown, which we'll be doing in Animal Crossing. Although I'm gonna admit to you, I will time travel forward to do it. Because I am not going to be obviously be able to record an episode and the actual rollover point from 31st to 1st. Just like we do every year, but anyway. I would say with this advent calendar, it was like some sort of subtle shrinkflation going on or something. Because when I was younger, or maybe this is just because this is more about adult advent calendar rather than the kid ones I had when I was younger. But the thing I was going to say is the fact that this advent calendar stops on the 24th. Like, it doesn't even have one for Christmas itself. I suppose the thinking being out on Christmas Day itself, you have all these presents, presumably to already, I'm not sure if interact with is the right word, but like open up and, enjoy. You don't need the advent calendar anymore. The advent calendar is just meant to be mini presents along the way, which sort of tide you over. This is like really tilting over my drawing tablet now. I've got to figure out a better way to keep this stationary. Maybe when I'm not using it, I should put it in like a sort of locked away. Oh no, have I just rotated with... I don't know. Oh, I think it's getting loose again. I think the screw is getting you. I can feel it being loose at the bottom. Wait, clockwise is that way. So I'm tightening it up again. And hopefully I'll help it. I need to actually tighten it with like an Allen wrench or whatever is probably required for it, but my fingers will have to do for now. I can't remember what the other screw is, but I think that's okay. It's no longer drooping. That's good. But yeah, what's happened recently? I know Squid Game Season 2 came out. I've not seen any of it yet. Probably gonna watch it with friends at some point. I don't exactly know. I did watch it for first Squid Game like very far after it was actually, like, it'd been out for ages before I actually finished watching it, I think. But it was Season 2 can. I've heard it's pretty decent. But I hear it's basically a huge lead up into Season 3, which is coming out in who knows what. So it's only like half I suppose, the series, quote. But yeah, what else to talk about? I don't know. The new Animal Crossing final that's coming along. There's some interesting things being prepped, I suppose, for it. Is perhaps the best way I can really describe that. I also have more drawing stuff to do. Got this drawing stuff. What happened here? This colour looks wrong. Something I didn't notice when I was probably colouring in Flux last night, but anyway, I'll finish that later. What did we talk about today? I don't really know. I don't really know, to be perfectly honest. Maybe Christmas related? I mean, if we carry on about Advent calendar thing, I can't believe it stops at the 24th instead of the 25th itself. And even more crazy, I remember when I was younger, I can't remember what it was themed after. Maybe it was a Powerpuff Girls Advent calendar, or maybe it wasn't. Which is vague, I know certainly, but it was a very random thing. I think it was just like accompanying my parents while we were shopping in Costco or something and seeing an Advent calendar, which I had learned about what they were from having one in like primary school. That there was like another sort of thing attached on top of that. I'm just being like, can we get that? And then we did. And what I remember from this one is this Advent calendar, not only did it have the days 1 to 25, you get like a big one on Christmas, but it also had the days counting down to New Year as well. As I say, the Christmas holiday and New Year's holiday sort of go hand in hand with how much you celebrate them, but they also have like, they have like a 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. chocolate as well. For each of them. So that's 6 more chocolates. 7 more chocolates, I suppose, in this one. To be fair, this one is a Lindt chocolate. Advent calendar. And to be fair, some of the little doors had like double chocolates in them. They had like 2 little snowballs in, which I was just like, oh, that's cute. Don't get me wrong. And the end was like a mini Lindt chocolate bear or something. It does feel like a bit of a waste of plastic though, when you think about it. Like it feels like there's a lot of empty space. Although I'm like, I appreciate them making it look nice, if anything. But yeah, like I remember the one I used to have when I was much younger was just like this plain plastic tray or something. I think on the inside as well it had like jokes or something. I wonder if I can search it. Powerpuff Girl Advent Calendar, if the exact one still exists. Powerpuff Girl. It had like some very generic image of a more like, I can't remember. Just flying or something. Unsurprisingly, does not exist on Google Images, but still. I don't know. There's some sort of. I wonder if that's actual sort of shrinkflation or not. But anyway, the one we had in primary school, I remember, was instead different. It was one that the teacher did herself. It was like a felt calendar, which was like Christmas tree shaped, and it had like the numbers 1 to 25, I assume, all in like little pockets, which she put chocolates in. I think I told the story before. And then like the way you get a chocolate is that she would ask like a quiz question at the start of every day, and then whoever put up their answers. How did Lily and Biscuit manage to tick each other off? Also, is it even possible to listen into a conversation where one of them ends up angry or sad? Because I feel like every time I've listened into that conversation, we've never ended up angry or happy or sad. I don't know. So someone did like that data leak or data mine or of New Horizons a while back where you can have all the conversations, but anywho. Yeah, the Advent calendar one we had in school, you had to answer a question. I still remember for some reason. I remember even the girl who answered on the first day, because the first question was, what is this? And then she said an Advent calendar. And I remember at the time I didn't answer that, you know, even me being a sort of know-it-all, because I genuinely had no idea what an Advent calendar even was. But I remember on day 2, that one I did answer correctly. It was like, can you name any of Santa's reindeers who are not named Rudolph? And I remember I didn't put my hand up immediately because I wasn't super sure, but everyone just kept saying Rudolph or like Mudolph, you know, variants of that, and I just went, I think Dancer's one. Or did I say Dash? I think I said Dasher actually. And I was like, yes, that was one. From a random memory of Dasher and Dancer and Comet and Cupid, Vixen. I don't know how that goes. Anyway, Christmas in the past, which ironically I feel like I've had more Christmas songs than ever stuck in my head over the past few days. So I'm sort of like trying to. But these two have been very angry for ages. Should I speak to them? Lady didn't listen when I tried to tell about my sandwich I invented in a dream. No, she started talking about her own dream. So now I can't remember how to make a sandwich. She's the worst. Now I had to dream the same dream all over again. Hope I get it right. Petals in the wind, nice to see you. Oh, okay. You're just chill now? Dreams tend to be a bit of a conversation killer. Just a pro-conversational, quote, tip for you there. Never had a thing of not being able to remember how to make a sandwich from a dream. That's a whole nother thing. But yeah, what else are we gonna chat about today? I don't know. I guess we can talk about shrinkflation. I'm trying to think of other sort of things I've had when we were like much larger when I was younger, but nowadays it's just sort of like there's not enough content is the wrong word, like quantity to them anymore. Things shrinking. I mean it's happening with like what quality more than anything. Like there wasn't there a recent announcement with Cadbury being taken off some important list. Hold on, this is the thing. Cadbury news removed from. I put caps lock on. Has been dropped from the list of royal warrants. I don't even know what a royal warrant is. Royal warrant. I mean, I know what a warrant, I suppose, is, but I guess a royal warrant is like specific sort of protections of goods. To those who supply goods or services to a royal court or certain royal personage. Oh, this warrant enables the supplier to advertise the fact that they supply to the royal family. Oh, okay, so it's sort of like a prestige thing, being like, yes, the royal family endorses this, essentially. I mean, there are some classic brands on here. Schweppes, fair enough. Coleman's mustard, okay, fair. Twinings tea. Is that like a list of all the royal warrant holders association? Okay, how to apply? No. Our partners? I want to see who's on the list. Or his mark of recognition. Anyway, Cadbury's been dropped from it. But you don't know, Cadbury's like a classic British chocolate making brand. I mean, UK's like kind of known for chocolate, not as much as in, you know, like Switzerland or Belgium or anything like that. But I mean, we have our traditional Cadbury's chocolate, Willy Wonka and Chocolate Factory as well. You know, of course. You might say Roald Dahl's Welsh, true, but I think it was Welsh. Anyway, not my point. The point is, Cadbury is very much seen as sort of like a classic, traditionally good brand, but like, weren't they bought out by like Hershey's Corporation or something many years ago? Hold on, Cadbury bought by Hershey's in 1988. Was it that long ago? I don't know. And apparently, you know, obviously I wasn't alive in 1988, so I don't actually know. Oh no, it was some sort of acquisition. And then like the quality of the chocolate for Cadbury's has been slowly degrading, presumably as to like cut costs or something, and then relying, I suppose, on their what's the word, reputation, I suppose, itself to continue selling even like poor quality chocolates. I'll be honest, I'm not really a fan of American chocolates. You know, I'm definitely had them before, the Hershey's one. It's because of that. As they say, what was it, the butyric acid taste, which a lot of them have a sort of blooming effect, which does, you know, in Parmesan cheese is quite okay, you know, as long as it's not overwhelming, but in the chocolate itself feels very strange, I would say. It's very off-putting, in my personal opinion. But if you like it, fair enough. But yeah, I don't know, I feel like Cadbury's definitely has worsened its reputation in recent years. Like, even when I was younger, I feel like I was very much like, Cadbury's good, but you know, what's better? Galaxy. Mainly because Galaxy, I guess, puts like a lot of milk in, which makes it unbelievably creamy, which has a je ne sais quoi certain appeal to it. But yeah, I mean, if anything, I suppose it goes to show that you can't keep producing quality forever, because eventually the consumer notices, or in this case, I suppose the royal family notices and lost his endorsement, which I don't know if that makes people stop buying Cadbury's at this point, but it's a bit of a shame, you know. I've mentioned before that on a school trip once, we went to like a Cadbury factory to be able to see how the chocolate was made, or the process within it, and it was honestly, it was really quite a cool experience, to be perfectly fair. I thoroughly enjoyed it. At least thinking back, I remember like we had a talk, which I'm sure at the time wasn't very interesting, but then the one thing I remember from it, which is if anything a testament, because there's so many random things you learn throughout school, the fact that actually we still remember something from this is the fact of them talking about mint. The mint flavour in the UK is basically the equivalent of cinnamon flavour in the US in terms of popularity and, you know, like equivalency of how often things are flavoured it. Because, at least when I was a child, there was essentially nothing that I could remember that was cinnamon flavoured. Like you would never get like a chocolate flavoured cinnamon or anything like that. The only thing I knew about cinnamon was Cinnamon Toast Crunch, which was an American cereal. But mint were very common as like a chocolate flavour, ice cream flavour, and sweet confectionaries. I mean, hearing about it's like cinnamon is the equivalent of that. I was like, whoa, that's so cool. I don't actually know if that's true or not. Let's see if that's true. Mint in UK is cinnamon in US. Cinnamon in UK has no flavour. Okay, it's not really what I was looking for. But generally, maybe that's me spreading misinformation, because there seems to be no results about it. But Yeah. But anyway, so Cadbury got dropped from his list of royal warrants, which is a shame. Not more so of a shame of being like, oh man, poor Cadbury, but more just like for quality drops, that's how it happens. I don't know, I guess people in the royal family might even remember what it used to taste like when it was younger. I don't really remember, but what's a royal warrant for if it's Professor Bailey? What's going on? I'm trying to read this BBC article, but oh, it's a Kraft family was part of a takeover. Interesting. I don't know. Anyway, the long and short of it is that I'm glad I have a Lindt chocolate advent calendar compared to a Cadbury's one, which has been like meh. It's been fine. But Lindt chocolate, that's where it's at. Like when I was younger, I always used to have these chocolate reindeers, I suppose, in place of, you know, other things. And we used to sometimes have chocolate Santa as well. But that's because those Lindt chocolates, those are the best parts, in my opinion. Anyway, I guess Christmas chocolates is what we're talking about. So, I don't know. Sad for Cadbury, I suppose. I don't know. Hold on. Companies on royal warrant list. Oh, Unilever's dropped as well. List of royal warrant holders in British royal family. Oh, it can be just anything. Moving services. Okay, fair enough. Okay, turns out that's quite a lot. Or maybe a lot of them just start with A. Volkswagen, shoe polish, computers, corsetier and lingerie specialist, okay. Department store. Oh, okay, fair enough. Actually, to be fair, quite a lot of them. Oh, no, there's partial table of past warrants, I see. Okay, but those don't exist anymore. Partridges. Musto. I still haven't heard a lot of these, but it's probably because I know about the subsidiaries, not the actual main company brand. Anyway, long and short, Christmas chocolate. And on that note, I'm gonna round this episode off here. So if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares, greatly appreciated. Socials, Discord down below. Hope to see each other again. But for now, it's farewell. So until next time, bye bye for now.